Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage.
Hey, you talk about a cool car. You know, every car has its time, its era, and things like that. You know, the Corvette was the same, and a lot of people don't know this underneath, from like 63 to 1982. And it started life as a truck chassis, so it didn't have any great upgrades along the way, and that's a long run for a car to be antiquated and not really receive any developmental work. So along comes 1983, no Corvette. 1984, this car comes out, revolutionizes sports cars, sports car handling, and becomes the benchmark for European sports cars to compete against, and it's coming from General Motors. This model here is a 1986. We're going to talk about some of the cool things like the tires that were groundbreaking at the time. And it has 45,586 original miles. We're talking mileage driven in the 1,000 miles a year, under 2,000 miles a year. And it's been in a heated garage. You know what? We'll look at the car. You make your own decision on how great the quality is and how well it's been taken care of. But I will say this to you. What's really cool about it is it's 25 years old now, okay? Qualifies for historic tags. And on top of it, Ronald Reagan was president when this car was out, which is pretty cool when you think about how long ago that really was. Ronald Reagan's gone. This was part of that era. And this car is cool. This is when the unidirectional tire came out. You know, before you, when you rotated tires, you crossed them, whatever. This is when the tires came out, and they were left side only tires. And the arrows had to show the person who was mountain balancing how the car would roll down the road. And the pattern of the tread made it directional so that everything worked out right. And these cars here, with the upgraded handling package that you get, even though it made the suspension pretty stiff, we're pulling close to 1G on a skid pad, which is unheard of for a production car, especially with air conditioning, lift-off roof, power windows, cruise control, tilt wheel, and these cars here really laid it down. And believe it or not, these cars are still fast, still handle well, and with low mileage, this car is selling for $12,000, and it's amazing when you think about that. A brand new Corvette today is $80,000 for a convertible loaded to the gills, 70 and some change, which is pretty expensive. In the world of this car here with low mileage for around 12,000 bucks, it's a lot of fun for the money. How about we take a peek under the hood, because this is when the fuel injection, although they had an earlier type, this is when the fuel injection became really good, and it became the tune port injection and really made some power. So 86 had a couple of great upgrades that year. This is what I love about low mileage classic cars. And you know, we say this is classic because it's approaching the 25-year mark. It's pretty cool. Like for instance, all the stickers are here, how the belts are supposed to be routed, how the emission system works, even things like the VIN number sticker over here on the side of the tank, the correct valve covers are on the car, the correct Harrison compressor is still there, stickers under the hood showing where it's built in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And these cars here, like these were world championship cars, winning races, beating the Porsches, Ferraris, all kinds of things with reliability. The fact is, you could get in this car. This car went 160 miles an hour in the 80s, which was really fast, and with the air conditioning on. So we do have a little small feature inside this car that I've left in there, which I thought was pretty cool. And you can tell me if you want me to take it out or not, and I'm happy to do that. But anyway, this is nice in here. I want to show you how the headlights work on this car. It's pretty nice. They're motorized, which I think looks neat. I love that. Reminds me of the movie RoboCop. Anyway, come inside and see what luxury is circa 1980s. You talk about great quality of an interior. This is really, really still very nice. You know, this car here in particular has a lot of options. It's probably the most expensive Corvette they sold that year. And as we walk through it, you'll kind of see. This is what I was talking about, this old school phone inside there. It's vintage, and on top of it, it's easy to take right out, so just a couple screws, we can take that out if you don't want it in there. I just left it in there because it's kind of reminiscent of the 80s. But it even makes that sound that you couldn't, that they don't make anymore, which is, remember that? That's pretty cool. Anyway, some of this stuff here. This has the upgraded Delco Bose Gold sound system. The CD hadn't been invented yet, so it has the tape deck in it. But you can actually get a CD changer if you don't want to change that, and we can mount it inside one of these storage compartments back here. This has the upgraded electronic climate control instead of the manual controls, which was optional. This has the upgraded dash, which has all the great gauges of its time, and it's really very nice. So you got telescopic steering wheel for getting in and out. You got tilt wheel. You got cruise control, and a great display. We're talking power windows, power door locks, power seat, power mirrors. We're talking a car that's selling for, like for $12,900, and it's really, really a great bargain because it's a 40,000 mile car that's world class still. Anyway, on top of it, it makes a great sound. I'd like you to hear that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it and tell me what you think. You know, great taillight treatment on this car for this year. They emphasized and went to the big circles, and believe it or not, this is what a lot of 911s, a lot of BMWs, and a lot of sports cars saw, was the tail end of these cars, because they were fast, they were powerful, and they handled like virtually no other. They were the first to really pioneer a lot of aluminum in the suspensions. These cars do have an independent rear suspension too, so it's four-wheel independent rear suspension. On top of it, the luxurious leather interior, all the features that we talked about inside, but you also have all the storage back here. Huge amount of storage, and you could go away for quite some time. You could also go away for quite some time if you drive this car at 150 plus. How do you like me now? Anyway, in closing, this is old school looks that are soldiered on really well. This car has really held its styling values and not come outdated. It's still powerful, it's still fast, people still love these cars when they see them. You still get a thumbs up from other Corvette owners, and with low mileage, it's a great, great buy. Anyway, we're Fleming's Ultimate Garage, proud to present this low mileage 86 Corvette lift-off roof car, and call us 301-816-1000 and we'll tell you all about it.